strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Right to the air is Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all three of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
Start the drive with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9. Cousins. This is intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, Let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Cousins to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, now Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
It's now 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Dancing to his left. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Cousins now from the 50. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Quay Walker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when you draft a guy that high defensively, you hope he can make some plays for you, and he does indeed get the interception there, Charles, in his first NFL ball game.
And to think that if there was any flaw to his game coming out of college, the way that we looked at tape and judged it, it was his pass coverage, defending the pass. But that's just a great instinct right there to sniff that one out, be in the right position, and come away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll find Aguara complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but there, first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cook up the gut. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. Rodgers going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, good move. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on it and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards that time for number 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running from the shotgun with Madison to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the counter, here's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Second and 6 with the ball on the 7. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend.
and the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And some space here. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. That's going to be caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 29 yards. And the Packers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Cousins. And this one's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
The teams practice their plays during the week. They're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. From the 35 on second down, Cousins toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So 3 points response there to that opening touchdown was 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down by Jags have first down yardage.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so it went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Rodgers now to throw. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 30. 20, 10, 5, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his... Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked on by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second down and 5. Throwing, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and
I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 112 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Rodgers going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Vikings on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Again, that's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lewis Seen, and the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's probably one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Vikings, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
I'm the best, and I got it,